Okay, this is my audience. Okay, my name is Anthony Peterson, and this is my speech 4, which is about gun control and gun rights. So, imagine you're going shopping downtown with, let's say, family or maybe even friends. You're walking down the street, and a man approaches one of y'all, and he's wielding a knife. He demands for your wallet. What do you do in that type of situation? Well, this man does not know you passed your concealed gun license a few weeks prior to this incident, so your first reaction is going to be for you to pull out your weapon and protect your friends or family and yourself and keep this person away from you. So having a gun can mean a difference to a possible life or death situation just to protect yourself or your friends. So my main points consist of gun control, gun laws, and gun rights. For gun control, there has to be some type of gun control done so that we can protect the people of this country. We've had incidents before happen to where school shootings or mall shootings or just any type of shooting that has happened by an individual who was in possession of a firearm, and this shouldn't have ever happened. So I propose we have a gun control for people who have any type of mental disability, to where they are not allowed to have firearms. So as stated by Representative Peter King, we've got to look at how we define mental illness, who is denied weapons and who is not, and focus the discussion. So what we're trying to do is figure out what type of mental illness is the serious one that actually affects the people to where makes them rage out against the public in a violent manner. So according to USA Today, the USA's gun control is continuous, making sure all appropriate records are submitted to the FBI's National Instant Criminal Background Check System, also known as the NICS, is a subject on which all sides should agree. So this is for if they're doing a background check on you, there's a database where they can find all your information and see if you're owning a gun or not. Gun laws. Here in the U.S., we have the right to bear arms. However, gun laws can vary from state to state. Here in Texas, the law states that we can open carry a rifle or a shotgun, but we are not allowed to carry a pistol out in the open unless you're going hunting or some type of outdoor activity. As stated by Carlos Tejada, all guns are banned by law from the Six Flags Over Texas amusement park in Arlington, Texas, as well as churches, parks, and other venues. Gun rights. We have the right to bear arms, so as stated by Michael DeLeo. I also point out that the Supreme Court has already held that the Second Amendment guarantees the right and or subject to reasonable restriction to protect itself within certain classes of firearms. So we have the right to protect ourselves, but there has to be a limit to this, to where we as people do not abuse this right and still have this right, but in a safer manner. So as having the right to bear arms, there are regulations we must follow, and there has to be a background check performed. So as stated by USA Today, according to the FBI records in the past decade, gun purchases have nearly doubled, and crime rates have been in a decline across the U.S. So the crime rate's decreasing and the gun purchases are dropping. It's not proved that this has actual something to do with it or not, but it probably has. It probably helps a lot of people, because if you have a weapon, this will prevent somebody from trying to attack you. So here are two pictures of mine. The first one says, "If gun kills people, all of mine must be defective." So it's not the gun that actually kills the person; it's the person that is holding the gun. Any person can have a whole bunch of guns, but if you have a person in their right mind who knows what they are doing, them owning a weapon is not going to have any bad consequences for the public. The other picture is a percentage of the defenders firing guns in defensive situations. So 16% of people actually tried shooting at perpetrators, but of these 16%, only 8 of them managed to actually hit their target, and the other 76% of people own a weapon but never even use it to defend themselves. So gun control is a major issue, and the sales of weapons must be controlled onto who they're selling them and how they're getting them. However, incidents happen that we do not agree with due to the lack of psychological testing. We have statistics showing that there is a drop in crime rate with the more sales of firearms. A new regulation must come into effect so that we can try to prevent future incidents from occurring. Even though we might deny some people the right to buy a firearm, we cannot assure that these people will not get these firearms through a different way, but we can prevent them from the wrong people getting them through legal measures. So stay informed on gun control rights. My audience,